Well, welcome back, everyone. So glad you tuned in again. Hey, everybody. How's everybody
What's
doing
What do you
up?
do?
today?
What up? How you
Doing
doing?
all right?
He will ski.
Fresh off
Yeah,
work?
yeah, exactly. Me too.
Wish my lighting was good,
Me
Yeah, it
but
too.
is
we'll
kind
work
of
with it.
dark, but I can still see you. Looks like Devin's in the car again.
Yeah,
Stay on the move.
it's just easier.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I thought today on this episode we'll talk about living arrangements, right? Like living at home versus living on your own, since, most of you, well, half of you live on your own. There's one that lives at home, so we'll talk.
Nah, Saudi, because I get rent free.
Okay, I'll be
I
right
thought
back.
we'd also talk about gender roles. So just kind of, if they're still even a thing, I know that's a popular thing in social media. All you hear about is gender role this, 50-50 this, gender role. Every episode of anything I watch, this like dating related that comes up. So I thought that'd be a hot topic. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think those are good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can start with living at home versus living alone. Hey, that rhymes. Living alone or living at home. So a couple of you who
does
live
it?
at home, for the people who don't know, who lives at home?
Come on. Single me out is crazy.
Guys,
Single her out.
Ray's a part-timer.
Part timer, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. I live at home currently. Came back home after I graduated college, finished up grad school, and yeah, stayed at home because I work like 8 minutes down the street, primarily. But yeah,
I wish I could have lived at home. I think I graduated and went straight into the workforce, and Raymond, me, you went straight to having a family and kids and
Facts.
married life and bills and
I,
no
s-
savings and yeah.
I see a lot of
yeah.
cultures that they suggest that their kids move back home and stack up their money
I was
and
just about to say
have
that.
stuff
I feel
like
like
that.
it's a cultural thing. Because
And
there's a
that
guy that I work with at my other job, and he still is at home. He's 40 something. He said he lives at home. It's his mom, it's him,
I
it's
don't
a
know
couple
about
people.
that.
But you could,
right.
I don't know exactly what ethnicity he is. But yeah, I know a lot of people.
And
40.
Devin, before
Yeah.
he moved out, he saved up some money a little bit, a little bit.
a little bit.
I was just talking about
Definitely a
this with
little
my
bit.
friends. I think staying at home is the right call. You shouldn't move out too soon.
What were they
And
saying?
then,
What was the consensus?
well, two of my buddies,
We will
um,
use names.
remove names. I mean, it's up to you. I don't mind. But yeah, they want to move out ASAP. But in my position, since I have you guys to thank and like helping me out, it's like I think it would be more beneficial. So I can see the bigger picture. It's like, well, staying at home is less rent. Like even if his parents do charge him rent or their parents charge them rent, it's still going to be less than if they were to move out and they could build up money so that when they do move out, they have like an emergency fund and all the basics.
Right.
Yep, that's
Do
it. I feel like
do
that's
you
the
think
main goal is to move out essentially. So it's like it's not like I'm gonna stay here forever. It's just a stepping stone. And of course, like we have the privilege and blessed to have y'all to stay with us. But I feel like it's frowned upon because it's like, oh, you should be independent. Like at your big age, you should be doing that. But it's like if you have the opportunity, why not save up to then be
Yeah.
able to afford what you want to afford when you want to?
Right.
but
Especially if you're
also
not
I
walking
think
into like inheritance. I feel like
yeah,
at least stay home a couple years. So just like Ray said, build up some savings so that when you do go out there, you're not just going out there and instantly hitting the ground running like we did. Like, that was, I literally hit the ground running, and I've been running. You operate on survival versus at least being able to operate on, okay, I have a little emergency fund here or, a fully funded emergency fund just in case, and then you're not just always in survival mode. So,
yeah, I totally believe that. That's
For
what I was
sure.
gonna say too, is all three of y'all had an opportunity to go to college, so y'all stayed on the dorm. So you got the opportunity to see what it's like to be independent. You haven't. experience like Devin, who lives in his own apartment. He knows about rents coming up, how to budget your money. Even though you do know how to budget, but you don't have the oh, I can get kicked out with my stuff out on the street type stuff, or I don't want to mess up. So the fear of losing your property. But it also, I think Brianna and Raymond will have the opportunity to be like, okay, now, like your mom was saying, survival mode. Now you could be thinking about legacy mode. Okay, my car is paid for. I bought a 4-bedroom apartment building, and I live in one and I rent 3 out. Or I buy my first house instead of, I'm renting. So I think you got an opportunity each child got an opportunity to learn from the next one.
Yeah, I like the point you brought up. 'Cause I want to be sure that they each stayed in a dorm. Like that freshman year, D, you went to college right here in town, but I
Right down the
still was
street.
very adamant that no, I mean, you was only, what, 20 minutes down the road, but
Yeah.
the freshman year, you still had to live in a dorm. I'm a very big advocate of that. And really just because I feel like that does grow you up. Like I feel like you have to go away, be, on your own for at least that freshman year. Now, beyond that, financially, it just don't make sense. Come on back home, but at least you got that year experience, especially with my belief, Bree, I've always instilled in the boys, one day you're going to be in charge of a family. So it's very important to me that y'all know how to do things in order to, run a family and be able to be that lead. I always instill into Bree, know how to do, but not have to do. That's
Right.
her story is a little different. I do a little different with her, but yeah. D, I
I
mean,
had the opportunity. I mean, I had the opportunity to live on my own too, though. I did the
Yeah,
apartment like on campus and all that. So I have that under my belt. I know how to pay rent and all that. But it's like
yeah.
right now, I'm doing like the, 6-month savings rule and, trying to save up is the biggest thing.
Saving 10% of your income,
Yep.
tithing. And I do
mhm.
believe too that as adults, you're not going to learn everything. Like me and your mom, we learned on the go and we learned each other. And sometimes someone is better at something than the other one, but you can't always let that person continue to do that because then there's going to be something that's going to become up, maybe called regret, or, there'll be, something may come up. So even though if you get out in the world and as a man, you learn how to do something, me and Ray was talking about that the other day, but we were talking more on a spiritual thing yesterday, Ray, when we were talking about the spiritual thing. But um, if you have a strong skill set, don't be afraid to let the other person learn that skill set as well. So
Yeah. Now, no, D, you on the other end of it. So you lived at home for a minute
Yeah.
and now you on your own. What does that look? Walk us through that.
Yeah. I definitely agree with everybody saying like you definitely want to go out with some savings. Initially when I had left the house, I was I was with somebody. I had a partner, and me and her were able to split the financial responsibility, so it made that transition easier. And then once that relationship ended, everything essentially doubles. Luckily, like prayerfully for me, my job pays pretty decent. So at that same another transition at that point, I was able to maintain the same living situation. And yeah, from that point, it's I would say I enjoy it. I like I think I've been living alone for like what 3 or 4 years now, like
Yeah.
4 years basically.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm just used to it now. Like I definitely see the perks of going back home and saving money. I think once you get into it, it's hard to go back. Even with a roommate, it's like, man, because you just your independence, your freedom, you can decorate how you want, do what you want, wear what you want. If you want to be butt naked
Right.
in the crib, nine times
Oh,
out of
DJ
that's
10,
my
Butt
own
yeah,
though.
Naked.
When I
right,
moved back, I moved to the basement though. So it's
right,
my
Yeah.
own little place down here.
right. Get your
Yeah.
own spot. But yeah, I think it does. There's pros and cons. I think it does. Like you said, kind of like when you do the dorm situation, it forces you to be responsible. in many facets of life. Is that the
Yeah.
right word?
Mhm.
Like from financial to just, I mean, chores. Every just maintaining a house financially, maintaining a house physically,
Hmm.
and also just learning who you are. I think that's big too. That's one of my biggest perks is like, okay,
Being
who am I
comfortable
when
being
I'm by
alone.
myself? Yeah, you
Yeah.
that's man.
You got to
There's a
be
lot of
comfortable
people
yourself.
that
Learn how to do
yeah,
things
yeah,
by yourself,
yeah.
go grocery shopping by yourself, cook
Mhm.
just for yourself, and just sit with yourself, a
Yeah.
quiet house and be okay
Yeah.
with that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
As you get older, now I'm a little older now, so I appreciate some alone time, me time.
Oh, baby,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
But younger, that's a hard thing sometimes to, really be by yourself and be like, dang, man.
Mhm.
Or to always feel like you have to go, do something.
How does it feel for you, Ray, being out in the dorms, even though you have a roommate, but he's not there all the time, being by yourself? You're the youngest, so how does
Um,
that feel? Like they could tell you this a couple months ago or years ago, but now you're experiencing it.
um, I mean, it's cool. It's like D said, I could do whatever I want, invite over people, whoever I want, whatever. Uh, like I don't really have to worry about bedtime or anything. Like not bedtime, like go to bed right now, but you know what I mean, like staying up late watching something or like loudly or something loud or like playing games or something. It's a lot of freedom to it. Like you don't really have to worry about a lot of things when you're by yourself. And at the dorm, it's pretty cool, but I mean, it sucks that other people are really loud. I'll say that's the difference that is annoying. It's like I think maybe apartments might be like that too. I heard people say like my upstairs neighbor, I can't stand him. But
Yeah.
yeah, in the dorm, I know some people like to play golf in the hallway and like all this other things, like fraternity life things. I'm like, bro, really loud and annoying sometimes, but
Yeah. I can relate to what you're saying because being born and raised in a house, like I was born and raised in a house. So then, moving out and going and living in an apartment, just like you said, it's a and you were born and raised in the house. So going to the dorm and hearing everything, it's a totally different feeling. You're just like, okay, you know what? House
yeah.
living is the only way I can do this because hearing other people is just not gonna work. Are they loud in your apartment, D?
Nah, not for the most part. Everybody's pretty cool. I can hear my upstairs neighbor walking around, but it doesn't bother me. I don't mind it because we got the same. I don't sleep, so we got the same
True.
sleep schedule. So yeah.
Didn't you have some issues, Bree, with your neighbors? If I remember right, when you were in college with your apartment, the upstairs neighbor used to bang or something. It was some issue.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a dog. That's the thing you never know you can run into, especially with college dorms. People get dogs and title them as like support animals. You could easily go get a little doctor's note. So I'm pretty sure we had like a dog upstairs, and it was just constant, probably a puppy, honestly, just constant banging back and forth. In my other apartment, they were always arguing. It was just always something.
Mm.
But it was good tea because I would put my ear by that air vent.
Not
Oh,
with the
Oh,
glass.
snap.
Did
you
you have the
know.
glass?
Hear everything.
Didn't even have to do
Wow.
all of that, man. Just by that air vent. And I used to be like, ooh, and then that's the
Nosy
tea for tonight.
Crazy.
If you know.
Insane.
Now, what's your biggest perk in your current living situation? Like that, I wonder, since we all have kind of different
What's your
views.
biggest
My biggest
Yeah, what's your
perk?
biggest?
Man. Okay, let's see, because I'm not empty nesting.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, because I'm right downstairs. I'll see you upstairs in 2 minutes.
All right.
So I'm psyched.
Downstairs neighbor.
right,
Right.
yeah.
I don't even invade her space, so don't even make it seem like that, y'all.
I guess that'll be it. Just having some space that's a perk. I mean, I don't know. My grocery bill didn't go down. I don't know too many perks on my end, but perks of being
Dang.
able to
It,
see my kid. There you go. I get to see
it
you
didn't.
from
I
time to
don't
time.
change the bill. Are you talking as if I'm little? I don't change the bill. I don't invade your space, not anymore.
That's
But
not, she's not wrong. Y'all don't eat anymore. I came home
that's what I'm
for
saying. I do
a
not
few
change
days
everything in
and
there.
fridge was empty.
Yeah.
I guess when I leave, y'all stop eating food.
Well, what I
Feeding the
did buy the
grass or
food,
something. I
you
don't know.
came in and Tasmanian deviled all the cinnamon toast crunch.
We don't have
About a whole
any.
new
Okay.
box. And you were only here for a day and a half.
Oh
Okay. We
nah.
won't talk about that.
Right. So that's not a perk again. She's naming cons.
Oh, Raymond, what's a perk? I'll defer to Raymond on this one. What's a perk?
I'm listening on this one. Perks,
Y'all got equity?
TV.
Yes, yes, we do.
That's a perk.
That is a perk. You are right.
Home
That is a
buyers.
perk. Yes.
Oh, buddy.
We do have lots of equity in the house, so that's a good thing.
Get to wake up to me asking you for $12 on Cash App.
Right.
Virtually bugging.
Virtually fucking. That's crazy. Nah, you're wild. And 12? We're gonna get to that another time because why are you asking for
It
12?
does
It's
be
such a
random
weird.
numbers.
That's random numbers because I try and round off because I'll end up with like $7 or something. So I'm like, okay, can I get like $3? Because
I
it's
think
coming
it
from
sounds
my
like you're
account.
including the
She's
tip in
my
there too.
Oh,
nah, I go to McDonald's, no tip.
Oh,
Tipping at
dang, you don't
McDonald's would
tip
be
me
insane.
those?
$5 at Mickey.
What?
Nice.
I wish they would turn around the thing and be like, it's gonna ask you a question. They love saying that. Like, just go
They love
just
trying to
say,
back
can I
look
get a
away.
tip?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, question, like, bro, it's the same question.
I go with the question.
Be like, oh, there's no tip on this screen. Where's the no tip button?
Yeah.
True.
come on,
Nah, but
Brianna.
I
You
would
used to be a
say
server. Why would you do that?
You should make a little
That's
boop
different.
sound.
She earned her tip.
That would tip.
yeah.
It'll be
Nah, but
somebody
a
at
perk of
UDF
living
asking
at
for a
home.
tip. Like, bro,
Sorry, what'd you say, Ray? What'd you say, Raymond?
huh? Oh, was it mine?
No, what did you say? You just said something,
I
but
don't think I was saying anything.
oh, you said something about a tip.
Oh,
I
I
just
was saying it would just be a random person at UDF asking for a tip
oh.
or something like that. Like all you did was put ice cream on the cone.
Right.
Ah,
Indiana
Oh yeah, and he
still
is too.
gets me. Like, this is your job. You just give me some pretzels. I don't understand what the tip is for.
True.
yeah. Gotta
We
make
appreciate you
sense.
working. But you ain't getting a tip from me. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, okay, for real. Perk of living at home, of course, obviously, I have free, free rent. That's the nicest thing. Free groceries. I don't have to pay any bills. I know that the idea of me paying rent has been proposed, but more so just so I can get in the
I know who
routine of,
proposed that.
you
Yeah, I
already
already
know.
know.
Look at him
Yeah, I know
geeking.
who proposed it.
No,
I
who
haven't
did
More so
pressed
that?
it.
in the more so in the idea of giving it back when I'm done, just to get used to paying something and putting it to the side so that he can give it back. Oh, I ain't meant to say he. Now y'all know who it is.
Oh, we knew.
Oh.
But
How
at
do
the
you know
same time,
we
I'm
not having
already saving.
conversations
But I'm
together and
already
then I'm just
saving.
bringing it to you?
Yeah. But I'm already saving right now, so I'm kind of doing the idea on my own, but
I agree.
that's my perks.
Okay.
Um,
Ray?
I can go, yeah, real quick. Perks of being at home is like Brianna, because I'm part-time, I'm both, so it's like I figure I'll answer both. But yeah, perks of being at home is all the free stuff, the free groceries, the free housing, free uh yeah, I think that's all the free stuff. I'm trying to think. But perks of being at the
Yeah.
dorm, I'm not gonna lie, dorm life is really nice because I'm right next to like everybody. So it's kind of like what me and my friends always talk about in high school. Like, what if we all lived in the same neighborhood, bro? Like, I could just walk over to your house, get hang out. Like now I'm living in that reality where it's like, yo, I just walk over, knock on the door. It's like, you want to go, like, grab something real quick? And like, yeah, sure. So it's like, it's nice being able to just go meet up with your friends like instantly.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be.
Yeah, I would say the perk, kind of what I said earlier, just the freedom to do what you want, when you want, how you want. And yeah, just the space. And I think also when dating, it's like a little a little flex to not have roommates or anything, or it's like
Your
okay.
own
He's like,
place.
yeah, he got his own place. All right. And y'all know me, I like to decorate a little bit, so you know what I'm saying?
You have a nice place.
Yeah,
Hey.
next week we'll have to
Thank
do it. I'm going to be down there with you, so we'll have to
you.
do it in your apartment so everyone can
Oh
see how
yeah.
nice your apartment is.
It is very
Your
Oh
nice.
bachelor
man.
pad.
Yeah, the pad.
No more
Thank you,
car
thank you.
background.
Right.
Right. Not in the car. Now, I would say now, because you moved out, how much would you say you would need to save up before moving out? Because I know you saved up some and moved out, but what's your
Yeah,
idea? Like how much now that you've been living on your own in the real world for years now, like what would you
yeah.
say is in today's day and age, you know how much groceries are, like what would you say is
Mm,
a good number? And I know it's Texas, so you know each state's going to be a little different, but
yeah,
what
depending
would
on
you
where you want
say?
to go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
What you
I
want me
would
to hit on the
say
calculator, son? What you want me to hit on the calculator? What numbers you want me to hit?
uh I would say most places, if you're looking like a decent like one bedroom, I
Mhm.
would say you're looking at like just something like mine right now is like 12. So you can get something decent for like 12. I would at least probably want to have 6 months. So six times 1,200. And that's just you're living it. That's
That's
like
just
rent.
right.
That's not groceries. That's not electricity, Wi-Fi,
Right.
water, valet trash, man. It's not a lot, but it's like, man, I can take my trash down, man. I appreciate y'all, but take that off my bill. I'll take the trash down to the dumpster easy.
Right.
But
Do you know how much you
yeah,
spend per month? Like, is it like 3,000 a month for everything, or like
for everything, gas, yeah, Texas, man.
because you're gonna want to go out, that cost, you know,
Yeah,
all that,
Mm.
or maybe even more,
3,000.
because groceries is
Yeah,
crazy now.
yeah,
It's a lot.
yeah. Even if we say like 2,000, 2,500 a month times 6 months, what's that?
Yeah.
25,
Do the quick math.
50,
Hey, college student,
50, 50.
we got a
Ugh.
college student on the line.
Wait a
You got
second.
a computer
Say it
major.
again, because I got my calculator right here. What you just say?
2,500 times six.
Wait, my college
That's
student ain't bringing the numbers. Hey, what
is
am I
that
paying for?
15? Nah.
Huh?
I got
Oh, now he
150.
can't hear.
I got
I
150.
can't hear, man.
Nah,
Nah,
2,500 times six.
2,500.
2,500. Okay. 2,500.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm
Yeah, that's what
only
I
a
was thinking.
STEM major
15,
in the
is it
morning.
15,000?
20, 25 time what? How many?
2,500
Okay.
times six.
Oh,
That's
6 months of saving.
15,000.
That's 15. Like you said, that was 15. You was right.
15,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
15,000
more
plus.
than I.
15,000.
That's more than
Before
you
moving
thought.
out.
Right. Before moving out,
Yeah,
just
but
to,
honestly, once you, man, with no expenses, you can probably save 15, and with a decent pay, you can save that fast. One of my best friends, I mean, y'all, I don't have to name drop. I mean, I don't think he would care. Dave L, he's been in the family for since third grade, dang near
Yeah.
20 years. But
yeah.
yeah, he saved up that working at Home Depot. He just grinded, saved up. He had no bills, saved it up, no time, probably
Mm.
like a couple months. So it's not super hard if you don't have expenses
Right.
or if you
Yeah,
just
and that's the
minimize.
good thing. Y'all not having
Yeah,
credit. I was real
I've been
big on
thinking I
y'all
need
not
to.
getting any credit. So that's where you have an advantage because some people your age have credit cards. They got credit card debt. Y'all don't have any of that.
yeah,
So that's a
Mhm.
huge advantage already. And dang, your
yeah,
rent is more than my mortgage. I just had a thought.
yeah.
Woo, rent is crazy.
Yeah.
Never own it.
One bedroom compared to a
Ah.
house. That's
That's
Devin,
wild.
why.
that's why. Now you see why I said, if you pick the words that I said when you go back and listen to this, I said a 4 bedroom apartment. You
Uh,
rent you rent three out and you keep one. Let them take care of it. But that's another story. But yeah,
yeah,
what I'm trying to get you to thinking. 1,200. Your mom
How is
just
he going
told
to
you
afford the
you
other
pay
three
more than us.
apartments?
What'd you say, Ray?
How is he going to afford the other 3 apartments on top of his
He
one?
rent them out to people like you. He rent them out to college people and people that's working like
No,
him.
but how does he buy them first? Is he going to take on debt? I mean,
He would take on debt, true. But the debt, let's say the mortgage, like mom just said, he pays more than our house. So let's just say your mortgage is $1,000, but he rents it out to people in the house. Everyone, there's 3 bedrooms, and let's say he get 1,000 each. That's 3,000, but he owes the bank 1,000. How much did he just profit?
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay,
Sorry.
Too.
I
he
wasn't
has
paying
three
attention to the
tenants.
numbers.
He has three
Uh-huh.
tenants. He has 3 tenants. They all paying him 3,000 each.
Yeah.
His mortgage, you said the debt that he owes the bank is 1,000.
Okay.
How much profit did he just make?
8,000.
How was it 8? I said 3, and rent is
Oh,
Y'all
mortgage
I
is
started
say
8.
saying
yes.
yeah.
You
I
said
said,
three
huh?
for 3,000.
Initially you said 1,000, so it would have been 1,000, but Ray got it right, 8,000. Because
Okay.
you said 3 tenants, 3,000 each.
Yeah.
I said 3,000.
But initially you said 3 tenants, 1,000 each.
Okay. I apologize. I was trying to make it easy math. Just 1,000, right?
Ah,
Well, all in all, there's a way to make money with real estate, that's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comment down below if you
yeah.
do real estate and help us out.
Exactly. So we heard like the things y'all love about it, the things y'all kind of miss about it, but I'm just curious, like what was the last, because it takes a lot of adulting to live on your own. It takes adulting. I mean, you got to kind of balance that when you're living, because you are a full-grown adult living at home too. So what's like the biggest adult thing y'all have done lately? What was the last thing you did that you were like, ah, I'm an adult?
Pay
Set up my
taxes.
pay
Pay
taxes. Good one.
taxes.
Right.
Hey, Uncle Sam. How you
I'm
feel
an
about Uncle
adult.
Sam?
Well, I didn't have to
Man,
pay.
you ain't no family of mine. I have to pay. I got 20 years.
That's
I
not
have
my
to pay.
uncle.
Hey, mom.
Yeah, I know Uncle Mom. Yeah,
You got a
pay
refund?
tax.
Everybody got a refund? All
But
right.
then I have
Yeah,
to
I
pay
gotta.
TurboTax. I have to pay Turbo.
Yeah. Oh
Nah,
man,
man.
that's just
I
so
got like $25. That ain't no refund, man.
That's okay because you know the goal is to break even anyway.
That's what you were.
So
Yeah,
it's
right.
all
I still
good.
gotta go see my city taxes though, so I don't know.
That's one perk. Texas, we don't have state taxes, so one
I
less thing to
know.
file.
Oh, y'all
That
don't
was
have
the
state?
perk with no. Y'all have
Is
state
that
or
why a lot of
city. Y'all don't have
millionaires
state
move
either,
down
do
there?
y'all? Either
No,
state or city.
just
Remember
federal.
Florida didn't have state taxes when we lived in Florida. I used to love that.
Yeah,
It was like a pay raise
come
all
on
in
out.
itself.
Oh. Come
Like
on out the Tejas.
I know for me, the last adult thing I did, I finally got my passport.
Valid, that too.
Hey,
Yep.
Well, I don't have it yet, but it's coming. So
Yes, that's another one. Yep, that's another one I
it's a
did.
that's
long
good.
I need
time.
to get mine.
I
I
Yeah.
need
set
to
up my
get mine too.
401k in a couple bank accounts.
Yes, yes.
Nice.
That's about it.
Oh, and do you got the health insurance? That's adult. You
That's
did that.
Health
adulting because I
insurance.
don't
See?
have that.
Hey, that's.
There you
Hey, nice.
go.
You work
Right?
in the health field. How do you not have health insurance, Bree?
I'm PRN.
Um,
Don't
okay.
get benefits.
My adult thing. I don't know.
You fill out that
Um,
scholarship for to even go to Japan.
true. I did fill out that scholarship, but
Yes,
I didn't
going to
really feel like
Japan.
an adult thing. But yeah, filled out the Japan scholarship. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing came to mind. I was trying to think of something while
Aren't you supposed to go
everybody is
Fidelity?
going. Oh yeah, me and Dad decided that every Sunday we're gonna learn how to day trade. So
Yep.
I guess
Marcus is coming in.
that
What
would be
up,
my adult thing.
Marcus?
Oh, what's up, Marcus?
What about you, Big Raymond? Anything come to mind?
Cut the grass. First time this year. Adulting, I really didn't like it, but
Was
hey,
that really the first time this year?
it was.
Yeah, you know
Wow.
it's been
That's how you
snowing.
know Ohio is trash. We
Well, it's gonna be
finally
on the
got
road
no
now, though.
snow, no rain.
All that rain, it's gonna be every week now. This grass is like flourishing.
Yeah.
Twice a week. All that rain we get, the grass is ready to grow. Just need
But
to
It's
keep
gonna
I'm
rain all
attention.
Saturday.
Oh,
but I'm jealous because your mom hung up the light fixture. I wish somebody could see that. She
That
did
is
it. She took
nice.
it down, Devin, and she put it up.
And
And I'm like,
that's
I'm nervous that you're gonna get shocked by the electricity and all that. But Michelle, tell us about that.
YouTube. All you gotta do is YouTube. It's all out there. I actually found a
That's
female
valid.
that this lady she does her own YouTube videos on how-tos and DIYs and all of that. And I used her and went through and just followed step by step. And I followed a few people when it came to changing out the light switch, just because I was like, okay, let me make sure I'm doing this right. But the fixture was easy for the most part. But the light switch itself, that took a while. And I say easy relatively, it did take me way longer than what it should have, but I wanted to check and think and make sure I was doing it correctly. So, rewind, do it again, look again. I may have overstudied, but either way, just want to make sure it was safe. And yeah, we
You have
got
to share some pictures with us next time because it's nice.
uh,
I might have a picture as y'all continue on. I'll try to
I
see.
think Devin would be very impressed with it. We went
I
to
am.
the.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, you
Yeah,
seen it?
she
yeah,
sent it
yeah.
to us, the
Ah,
video. You got to
nice.
see the before and after.
Light switch. I did the light switch, and there's the light.
There it is.
Nice.
Nice.
I helped her pick it out.
Um,
Oh,
oh,
Oh.
I don't
okay,
remember
so
seeing you at Lowe's with us. Oh, she called
hey,
you or
nice.
texted you,
send me
sent you
pictures,
pictures.
and I went to Home Depot with her.
Uh,
Yeah.
First
Home Depot doesn't really have a lot, but Lowe's did for
Nope.
sure.
Lowe's.
well, people, we call this that don't know our family. We call that Mimi monsters when we all jump in stuff. We all have our own. We'll say that amongst each other, like our Mimi monster came out.
Yeah, that was my Mimi.
We
Is that
always
a
want
personal
credit.
thing?
Me. It's like nowadays, like how people say pick me. It's like your pick me monster. Me, monster. Me. Like me. Choose me.
I did this, I
I
did
picked out
that.
the light. Right.
Oh yeah, you want the credit. Everybody want the
Right.
credit. Well, I did the light, so no one's getting credit on that one. So there we go. But that is a good entryway or segue into our next topic, which is gender roles. Um, that was kind of a perfect way to kind of transition right into that. So, what do you guys think about gender role? Is that really a thing anymore, or is it more, I hear it a lot. I hear it, I follow Pop the Balloon and all those different Pop the Balloon episodes. I watch a lot of Netflix and TV shows talk about it. Any reality show, for the most
Podcast.
part, they talk about it. So, what are your thoughts?
I love this topic.
Um,
I was like,
Uh,
no, because I feel like it's
I'll start off because I think, and I'll let you guys roll in. The age I'm at now, I don't want to smother my wife, or I wouldn't want my boys to smother their women, like let's say during the lights or something. Oh, that's a man role. This. I feel like if she wouldn't have never done it, she probably would have waited for me to do it, and it would have took a while. We already been in this house almost 20 years, but not just like that. But I just still feel like women. I want my daughter to be like I want her to, if she wants something done, I want her to have the know-how how to get it done and the finances to get it done. And yeah, I just don't want to feel like you got to just smother someone where they can't grow in a male dominant field is what I believe. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah,
Okay, I can go.
go ahead, Ray.
Because
I will say this
I
though. Oh,
think
you only spoke on the women's side of things. Sorry to interrupt, Ray. You only
no, that's
spoke on
fair.
women. You said I
Yeah,
think
what's
women
his side
should
on men then? What do you
what's
think the man should do?
men.
Well,
Bree do
I mean,
love
I
this
wouldn't mind your
topic.
mom cutting the
I love this
grass, but
topic because it's like I can't stand a podcast dude who just women. Are you a man or a woman? I don't know. Why are you thinking so much about women? Not saying you did, but I'm just saying how podcast guys, I feel like they typically just women should do this. Women. It's like, okay, cool.
See
Sounds
that?
like you want to be a woman to me because you got a lot
it
to say
sound like
about
they don't. It sound like they
See
haven't
that?
been doing what me and your mom been doing for over 20 something years. So
it. Yeah.
I feel like when you're in the thick of it, like if she went out and cut the grass, I wouldn't be bad. Like, I'm supposed to cut the grass. Like I really did when we first moved here. I liked the lines a certain way. Sometimes I can go diagonal. You know, I want to do the mulching. I want to look back and look at it. But at the same time, if she cut the grass down, I wouldn't be mad.
But I'm saying, what do
Yeah.
you think the male's role is? You're saying like her, and what you think,
So do you
like
think
if
there are
you
no
would,
Yeah,
roles?
what do you think a man's role should be?
I think the things I do, which I try to get you to do, Brianna, too, not because you're a man, but like taking the trash out.
Not because I'm a man. I'm not a man.
No, I know you're not a man. I don't mean it like that. I'm just one day you're probably gonna be like you did before. You was in your apartment yourself. You had to take the trash out. Me and you, we bump heads about taking the trash out.
Yeah. No, you said not just because you're a man, saying like I'm not a man. You said not just because you're a man,
I
I'm
don't
not a man.
understand
It was the
your
wording you
response.
said. That's hilarious. But okay, go ahead.
Continue,
I
please.
was just trying to make a funny with you.
That was not
Misidentified. Dang.
Yeah, buddy.
I identify as she, her, just to let everybody know I am a female.
Abnormal.
I'm a female.
I'm a female.
Indeed.
I was there with you at the hospital. She is a female.
Thank you.
What were you gonna say, Ray?
Oh, I just wanted to know his answer. Did he answer the
He
question?
still hasn't spoken for what he thinks a man's role should be. I don't know what that is.
More of the stuff that yeah, I mean, cutting the grass, I think it would be good. Taking the trash down.
Yeah.
I don't know. You
I
probably
was
have
gonna
to.
say,
We
oh,
never really sat down and be like, this is your way or this is your way. But what were you about to say, Ray?
so I think personally, I align with like the traditional ideas from what I've seen people say, like on the gender roles of like what a man and woman should do. But I also, because of the way our household was, I could also see like a really neutral setting where it's like, well, just do like whatever you want to do, like whatever you see that needs to get done. Like whoever sees it first can do it, because I don't mind that either. Like I don't mind cooking as well. Like I don't know why that's a woman only thing, because I enjoy cooking for somebody that I like love. So I wouldn't mind doing that as well. But when it comes to down to it, I do think I align more with the traditional idea of like the man being like the handyman and all that stuff, and then the woman being the caretaker of the house. Like that would be my dream household if I could. I know this economy everybody says is rough, but if I could make like enough money to where my wife didn't have to work and she could just stay at home and do what she wants to do, like that would be my ideal scenario.
Yeah. I think it takes a lot to learn how to do that too, depending on what generation you grew up in. Like my dad, y'all know Grandpa. He is hands-on. He is Mr. Fix It. Like, like I tell
Yeah.
y'all stories, I used to have to be out there with him, holding the light as we're changing oil in the car or, changing the battery out, changing brakes. Like, I learned how to do all of that. And my sister had to learn how to clean fish. I didn't learn that part, but I was more the mechanic and she was more the chef. But because we only had two girls left in the house, I got siblings, four other siblings, but the two boys were the firstborn, and we're 18 and 16 years apart. So by the time I came up, they were already gone. It was just, and even my sister, 10 years older than me, was pretty much gone. So it was just me and my sister. And so you got two girls. He did somebody help him out. It just so happened to be I was the one. And Diane did more of the skinning fish and things like that. But I think growing up and learning those things, how to fix things, how to be hands-on, seeing how to do those things make a difference in the person as well. So like now, like we said earlier, putting up a lamp, I have the background to be able to know how to use tools and things like that. So that's something my dad put in me. I think for you guys, I really didn't put a whole lot of that, know how to fix this or fix that, but it's also a different time. It's like you can call somebody and if you got the resources, you can get anything done.
That's the big part.
But there's still something said to being able to at least have the general knowledge of it. And there's no excuse for that nowadays because we got YouTube. So you literally, there's no reason, man or woman, if you see something, you should be able to do something. There's no, oh, well, I don't know how to, or, things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I
I
agree
think
with that.
I agree
YouTube
with
is a
that
really
too.
strong source.
Yeah. I like the idea of, like you said, knowing how to do, but not have to do as a female, because it's like I feel like I'm definitely like I like to be Miss Independent. I don't like to be at the will of somebody else. So I would, like Raymond said, having a man that will like provide, but I would still want to have my own. Like I don't want to feel like, okay, this is all his money. So I have to ask, can I buy this at TJ Maxx? Can I go to Target and buy this? Can I go to the mall? Can I go out with my girls? So that's why I would want my own. But I'm open to the idea of having like hours and then a separate account as far as like money goes. So I have my own. I don't think that everything needs to be 50-50, but because I feel like 50-50 sounds very roommatey partnership. And like if you're coming in to like, and also depends on, I'm talking more marriage wise. Like if I'm a girlfriend, okay, yeah, like whatever you buy, you buy. But I feel like marriage wise, if I have to be 50-50, it's a unit. Like if the money's not coming in where someone can provide 70-30, whatever, everybody says that. Like if I have to put in, I don't mind that, but I would like the man who's giving me their last name to provide for me, you know what I'm saying? And like I'll still help out. But I like to be independent, but I also still like to be a damsel in distress still. Like if I need to step up and be on my own, all right, I'll do it for sure. Like, I'll get things done. But if I'm with my husband in the future, it's like I want to be like, oh, I don't know how to carry that. Please
Right.
carry it.
Yeah. But I
Whole
think,
time
like
I
I always say,
thought that.
however you
Carry
start it
that.
is
Go.
how it's going to be. So if
Crazy.
that's what you want, I always have said that you got to start it that way, because the minute you step up and you can do things, then, now it's, oh no, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. And you don't get that extra, no, I really can't, I'm helpless, I can't do
I'm helpless. I love a
I
helpless
already
Say
man.
seen
I'm
you.
helpless.
You
I
won't get
seen
I
that.
you.
already
I
see you. Betty knows.
Nope.
Exactly. That's
already
what it, nope,
seen
I
you. You
already
can
saw
do
you.
it.
So you never get that chance to just be in your feminine energy, because it's
In my
always like,
feminine. Oh my
no,
God.
you can do it. You can do it. So just do it. You can do it. Just do it. And it's like, man, but it's hard to change that after years. So you got to start that from the beginning. But also a
Yeah.
big thing, however you start it is how it's going to be. But it's also, um, if something has to get done, somebody has to do it. So
Yeah.
one
And that's what
person
I'm
has to
fine
step
with.
up, and if one doesn't step up, somebody has to do it. They have to step up and get it done. So that just, but if it's unfortunate if it's always the same person that has to step up and get it done. So that's
Yeah.
balance has to come into play where,
And
okay,
I'm fine with
now I got to step up. Okay, now I got to step up. So
Devin, are you
it's
picking
a
up on
dance. It's a
Yeah,
dance.
I'm listening.
that? Because if you go
Lord.
into a community, if you go into another, because you was in a relationship, and what I'm saying hearing is, if you're in a relationship with a person that I don't know if she had a dominant personality compared to a chill personality, but I want to hear your take on it too.
uh,
Your roles, just being
my
out there
ro-
and you seeing the type of women that you've dated or seen in the out there in the world. Like
yeah,
you done been out of college a little bit.
yeah, yeah. I would say my personal opinion on the roles. I think it just comes down to I'm like a hybrid. Like I agree with Raymond. Like of like what's the word? Ideally, I would like to be in a position financially to be able to provide. Um, at the same time, I think that it's truly just a partnership. I think it should the end goal is, I'm sure as a unit, as a couple, we have goals that we want to accomplish, and yeah, whereas like I'm striving to be able to get to that point. If I'm not necessarily there, we got to live in reality. So I don't mind, like you said, like 70-30, 80-20, 80-20, 60-40, whatever, 50-50. Uh, I think every relationship is different. I haven't really been on that side of social media in a minute. I know it was like a big thing on Twitter and or X and TikTok and yeah, it's definitely an interesting topic. I had to step back from it. It was a lot of the podcasts, and it just felt like a whole bunch of combative energy when it's supposed to be a unit. Like we both want to date each other. Like what's the alternative? All the men date the men and the women date the women. I guess it sounds like we
Right.
op we ops. Like what are
Right.
we
We're
ops for?
ops.
like, like that's
I
crazy.
For
No,
real.
yeah.
I
Like
Right.
think
so.
I think you nailed it for me. because growing up, uh, not seeing that in my structure, it was more like, okay, I want to live life, and when ideas come up, like like for me and your mom, like when we first started off, she made more, but okay, I always worked, and she never put the pressure on me to be like the world. Like we didn't have those podcasts, we didn't have all of those things, and but I always read books and came up with different ideas. Like I know the difference between of in my mind teaching you how to live below your means, and you may not make as much as your spouse, but you might know how to invest. Like we bought a grocery store when we were younger, and if that would have prospered, you know, it would have took us to another level, even though we rented it out and different things like that. So you may have the ideas, whether it's stock market, whether it's real estate, but and so never stop is what I'm saying. Never stop. You may not make more than your spouse, but never stop and give in to what the world tells you to do if you truly care about that person and if you truly care about the family as a unit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think,
I
that's a
agree
good
to
point
that.
because
It's,
if you take
it's,
away like the money side of things, are you going?
Oh yeah, I froze.
Oh, because she was still talking too. I was saying if you take away the money side of things briefly, I was just gonna say it's also like you said, if one person brings to the table, they cook better. It doesn't have to be the female or the male. Like I don't like to cook, but you know what I'm saying? If my husband likes to cook or he doesn't like to cook, I'll step up and cook, or we can do alternating nights. I don't think it has to be like the woman cooks, the man works. I'm
Yeah.
fine with like if we both work, I cook one night. If you cook and clean, if you like your laundry a certain way, you do your laundry. Like I think like Devin said too, like it's very couple dependent what you guys decide on ultimately.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Devin hit the nail on the head. It's very individual. Every relationship is very individual. So when you see all that social media, it's they try to blanket everyone on there, but it's truly it's an individual decision, it's an individual dance. Like I said earlier, it is truly a dance because there's pros and cons on both sides. So,
Mhm.
it's all what works for you. Now, I will say for a younger generation, I know another thing that comes up is falling in love with potential. Potential has to
Mm.
pan out over time. Potential's fine, but you have to now, once you grow a family, it's different. It's like, okay, well, potential, but then it's also, we've built something here. So, you gotta keep going. But when you guys are dating, potential's fine, but it does have to eventually go to a next level.
What is potential? Like rosters?
No,
Oh,
Or
potential, like what you
I
potentially
see
could
Look,
what
we
see in
two different
someone.
generations talking to. I'm like, what's
yeah,
wrong?
yeah, two
Like,
different
what's potential?
wait,
potential.
what
Potential,
did you
somebody saying that they gonna get a job and you doing all the working in the house.
Oh,
It's
so
honestly
like
Yeah,
potential is honestly
he
what
might
you see in
change, or I
that
can
person.
change him.
Person.
yeah, yeah.
Because
Like I
somebody
can
you could
change him
have
type.
potential for somebody and they don't even have that in them. It's what you see for
Yeah,
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
exactly.
Because you could have potential for
Okay.
somebody homeless to get a job, but if they don't even see that, that's the potential you have. So it's very,
Mhm.
you have to think too, that potential is within you. Do they
Mhm.
Yeah.
even have that in their mind?
Right. Do they even have the capacity, the capability? Like, you're
Right.
bringing all this stuff up because you want that. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a
It
good
is.
one.
That's
I
very
think
true.
Devin, you went through that with one of your roommates you was telling me, I think. But yeah, I get that. When you feel like, hey, you gon' we talk about doing all of these, putting in these applications and these resumes and doing all of that, going to the coffee house and nothing get done.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I got an interesting question. Anybody ever pretend not to know how to do something just to get out of doing something? Well,
I know Brianna has.
Like what?
She's the one that
Why
brought
would
that
you?
type of stuff up
I said
earlier.
damsel in distress. No.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
I'm always pretend I don't know how to open the door. And you open it for me though.
Oh yeah, you do that. You and mom both do that. I forgot.
How do you open a
yeah.
door?
Yeah, or
Can't
mom will forget how to
be.
walk in front of the group sometimes, so we got to look out and find her. Where did mom go?
I
Pretend
forgot
you
Like,
don't
about
know
worry
the
that.
about
city like
me.
the back of your
Shoot.
Yeah.
hand.
Hey, you just got me out here. make sure I'm good. Like,
Yeah,
You have to pretend like you don't not do something. Sorry, not sorry.
what about the guys? You
I
pretend
can't
not to know how to
say.
do something so you don't have to do it?
I
Homework,
can't say I
schoolwork.
have.
I'll say at work, not like in a relationship. I don't think maybe, but at work, sometimes I'll just be like, "Look, man, I don't know, I don't know how to do it." Like, like, nah, that's outside of my pay, man. Absolutely not.
Right.
Like,
I don't know.
I'm training for
yeah,
this.
yeah, like, I don't get paid enough for this, man.
What about you, Ray? Or
I'll
Raven?
let Dad go. Yeah, I'll let
I
Raymond.
can't think of anything.
Me neither. Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I got to think about it because I don't think I have. I mean, normally I'll try and do something if I know how to do it, but maybe like D said, maybe at work,
Yeah, work.
like, or maybe actually, yeah, no, I'll pretend like I don't know. I don't know something was happening. I think is more so my thing.
Mm.
Like, so I can get away with something because I've become more like Dad now, the type of person to like do first ask for forgiveness. Because like sometimes I'd be like, oh dang, I didn't even know that that was happening, but I already knew that it was something that was happening. I just knew they hadn't gotten on me yet, so I could get away with it for at least one time. So it's like I got my little free pass until they catch me. Like I know back at the racket club, that was something I would do. Like I know obviously you can't hit on a tennis court unless you pay for that court, but it's like I might just be like hitting on the court, just waiting for them to be like, you weren't supposed to do that. I don't know. That's my
Okay,
type of thing. It's like
I can see that.
feigning ignorance.
Yeah,
Like, oh, I didn't
I do
even
that.
know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask
Yeah.
for, what is the saying? Ask for forgiveness instead of asking
Not
for
permission.
permission.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the saying for that.
Sometimes you
What
got
about
to though, man.
what about household chores? Do y'all remember any household chores that you had to do? Were they gender related or was it, what were some chores you had to do? They weren't gender related?
Dishes,
You know the truth.
trash. You know,
I feel like trash was gender because I never really did trash. Even like Little Ray was always trash.
I couldn't stand the
Lil Ray
trash.
was
Yeah.
I
always
never.
trash.
Oh, maybe not
I
true.
don't know why I didn't stand it so much. I think it was the
I didn't do
timing because
trash for
Dad would
real.
always catch me while I'm playing video games. And
Collect
he
the
would
trash.
tell me pause the game, even though I can't pause the game because it's online. I'm getting blasted. Tristan's like, "Where are you at?" And I'm like, "My dad just forced me to get the trash out, so I'm getting a whooping."
Yeah, I used to have to do the dishes or I gotta walk to school. But the school's literally right around the corner, y'all. But still,
Man,
we had to do dishes or else we had to walk to school.
That is so crazy. Y'all were really right there, bro. That's such a different experience. Because y'all know I used to have to stay after school for like hours because they couldn't pick me up. Their work schedules just didn't
I
line
would
up
stay after
perfect.
school for hours
But
because
you
I
could
didn't
walk
walk
home the
home.
whole
You
time.
would call
Like you were
grandpa to
10
come
minutes
pick you
the
away.
whole
up.
time.
We lived 0.7 tenths of a mile away from school. This girl would call my dad, her grandfather, to come 2 miles down the road to pick her up to drop her off at home. And this
Bro,
dude
one no,
here
but one,
wouldn't walk in his shoes because talk about you can't crease the gym shoes. Shoes
Oh,
great
yeah,
for
you can't
walking.
crease them.
And
can't.
you always like, I can't walk because it'll mess my shoes up.
You can't.
Hey,
Oh, man.
Crazy,
But
man.
one is so like here's the thing. We live like what 7/10 of a mile away. So it's like people gonna see me walk all the way home. Like, I can't do it, boy. Like that's crazy. You can see me the whole Kemper way walking
The
home. Like
whole way.
I don't know why
The
that's so
straight
embarrassing to
shot,
me,
too. Like,
but it's just like
she's still walking.
she's still walking. Like the
yeah, you could have
busiest
jogged
street.
here and got here in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we actually
Yeah,
could.
that is true.
We actually can walk. Like it's not even far, but I don't know. It's a different time in high school. You know, you think about what other people thinking, and it's busy.
Yeah,
Plus, it was a scary
crazy.
street. A couple people died on that street. Not gonna hold you.
Yeah.
So it's a
Yeah.
It was
busy
crazy.
street. So I was always nervous to cross, even though I could have crossed at the crosswalk. But I was always still too nervous. I don't know if it's because y'all already engraved in us and be so careful. Look 6 times across the street for you cross, or you will die. So now I'm like, I can't.
You will die. Like, oh, snap.
Y'all engraved it
So I
in
was
us.
very cautious.
Don't cross Kemper.
That's
So
why I
it's
didn't
like,
mind taking
True.
y'all because
Yeah,
I was very cautious when it came to that.
that
I
is
didn't let
true.
y'all off the street till y'all were like teenagers. So
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, y'all. So don't even do
I
too
was
much on a
overly,
preteen.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't learn
Yeah.
the term until D went to college, but I was a helicopter mom. I didn't know. I didn't know. I just wanted to protect my babies.
I didn't
Yeah, that's
know.
something I included in my essay. That might have been why I won my essay. In Japan, I was like, I never got to leave my street. I've always been one. I've been a trapped bird in a
Blame
cage.
me.
They
But
probably
y'all
said he
still
needs to
here,
go to
so there we
Japan.
go.
Say
I
yeah,
kept
send this
y'all
They
bro
said
out
safe.
the
he needs
country,
to go
bro.
to Japan. Let him free.
Yeah.
For real.
He need to experience life.
Don't do too much.
All right.
We
Did
used to
y'all
come
have
to
gender
school talking
role
about where they walk
chores,
to.
Ray and D? Do you think they were
Gender
more?
role chores.
Yeah, did you have?
Garbage, like Bree said.
Cleaning the fridge out was my least
Um,
favorite.
I didn't even.
Gotta take everything
Uh,
out, wipe the counters down, throw out the expired stuff,
That
put
is a lot.
everything back.
But did all
clean the
that help you
bathroom.
now you live on your own? Did that all help you to be
I
a?
will say, I keep my spot clean.
Yes, you do.
Mhm.
And Ray, you do too. You come home, you clean your room back up.
I don't know about my at home room. I mean, I try, but yeah, my dorm here is clean. I always keep it clean.
Yeah.
Morning routine, make my bed. I started doing that when I got here. Normally, I didn't make my bed up because you got to do the whole grab your like covers, jump across the bed, help you make it across
In a
because the
bed,
bed
yeah.
is too big. But here it's just a tiny little twin bed, so I can easily reach across, tuck it in, and all that stuff.
Yeah. Is there any
But
chore that when you finish it, you feel like, man, I did that? Like you just feel like celebrating? Is there any chore that just gives you that instant gratification? Even
at
now.
home, um, at home when I clean the bathroom and the kitchen, that's probably my. I like that. Like I clean the bathroom and kitchen all the time. It's a nice little like mental reset. I just feel cleaner and I feel like I'm in control when I
Yeah.
clean the bathroom and then clean up the kitchen as well.
I love when you clean the kitchen because you wipe the microwave, the garbage can lid because people will have something on their hands and touch and oof. Yeah, you do. I will give you your, what do you
Thanks.
say, give people their flowers. I will give you your flowers because you do a really good job in the kitchen. I
Thank you.
really appreciate you for that. What about you?
Thank
Do
you.
anything that you feel
Yeah, I
like
said dishes.
dishes?
Yeah, dishes for sure. Because that
Mm.
that changes the whole feng shui of the place.
Mhm.
I use a lot of dishes too, so yeah,
I can see that. You
Just
are a
you.
cooker.
But I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
because you're the chef. So
You
yeah.
are.
I was telling my friends today at lunch, I was like, yeah, Devin's the chef at the house. And the way I described it, they were like, bro, you're talking about it like it's a video game. Like your brother's a diamond rank and you're a bronze rank. I was like, bro,
Sick.
Bree, any chore where you feel like a hero when you finish it?
I'm like looking so hard at the camera. I feel like laundry. Laundry is hard because I have a lot of clothes. It's bad to admit, but like when it's actually done, washed, and put up where you can see all the outfits, it's like I didn't like the shirt. It just changes your whole life. It's like
Changes everything.
laundry is like okay, good. Like the full laundry package, not just doing washing and drying, but like putting it up, sorting it. It's like okay, wow.
I can see
I
that.
actually have space.
I can see that.
I think for me, it's when I change my bed out and put new, the new sheets
Mm.
because I got a Tempur-Pedic bed. So y'all know it be pulling me in. I'll be fighting for my life trying to make that bed up.
You do. You do.
When
Yeah,
I
I've come in a
finish, I'll
few
be like,
times seeing
I think you got a couple pictures of her laying on the bed after
I
she
do
made it.
funny pictures,
boy,
yeah.
I'll be in a
Knocked
serious
out.
fight. Me and the bed be fighting to get new sheets on.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel accomplished. What about you, Big Raymond? Any chores you feel like, all right, we just cut the line.
I would say cooking for me. Um, Either breakfast or dinner. It doesn't matter. Just seeing the responses really. Or also just trying something new and be like, oh, okay, dang, that tastes good. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I think
trying
you need to
something
say
new.
cleaning your bathroom.
You
That's a
say
big one.
the bathroom.
I think you need to say that one.
No, not confident.
'Cause,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a
All right.
That's a family thing.
Right.
I won't go in on too hard on you.
You can go in. I'm okay with it.
Nah, it's just in the family we
Holy.
have a thing because of how his bathroom is. It's like nobody wants to go take a shower in dad's bathroom. It's like, please, mom, please let me take a shower in your bathroom. Don't kick me out. And she's made a whole thing about it too, where if you don't clean up her bathroom, she'll kick you out to dad's bathroom. And that's a punishment because you got to be careful in his bathroom. It's not a pleasant sight. But I won't clown you because you clean it. You clean it. And that's why I was thinking that should be your thing.
It used to be your bathroom. It's got pictures of Mickey Mouse and it's a
Right,
kid's
right,
bathroom. All I
actually.
gotta do is change the painting.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that doesn't help either. It's
Everybody use my
intimidating
bathroom.
room.
Well, it sounds like we all got at least something that we are sure we can do and feel good about, which is great. But yeah, this has been really fun. I think we
Yeah,
had some good conversation this go around. I hope
I
you
think so.
guys are liking it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And I always like to end things on the odd news. So yeah, like, comment, and
All
subscribe.
right.
So the odd news this week that I found was, oh shoot, I'm blanking out. What was it, guys?
Chili pepper reaper.
California.
Not
Cali
chili, sorry, reaper.
yeah,
Cal Carolina Reaper.
Carolina
Carolina. I say
Reaper.
Cali.
15 or 18 of
California
them?
Reaper.
Did he eat 25? So there was a
25.
man in
25.
Canada,
25?
right? And he ate
Canada.
25 Carolina
Carolina.
Reapers.
California Reaper.
And he won the Guinness Book of World Record doing that, eating 25 Carolina Reapers. You know what it
Did he
reminded me of?
swallow them? Did he have to eat it and
Swallowed them,
swallow it all?
swallowed it all.
Probably.
What it reminded me of is remember when we did the hot chip challenge?
Yes.
If
I
y'all
didn't
Oh
don't
yeah.
know,
I
go
was
on my
just talking.
TikTok. You'll see the hot chip challenge there. I'll try to post it here as well. But yeah, that hot chip challenge was insane.
That was pretty bad for D.
Devin took it
Terrible.
down. We all ate
Yeah.
a piece of it. He ate the whole chip.
Yeah, it
I don't
took
think
me
you've been the
down.
same
That
since.
was
I don't
terrible.
think you've been the same since.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Not
snap.
even the
Are
same.
you still regretting it?
I was just talking to who was I talking to? Somebody about that. Like literally yesterday. Yeah, nah, that was terrible. I wouldn't do that again.
Never do it again.
Wouldn't recommend it. Nah, it's not worth it. It's too much levels to it. Like the heat sucks. The heat's already a 9 out of 10 as far as pain. And then you got the punch in the stomach feeling where your stomach just feels like somebody just rocked you. And then, throw up. Then you get rocked again and then you sleep for about 2 hours. It's just a 5 tier 5 tier
And
process.
when something's so hot, it tastes so bad. It's not even
It
like
tastes
you wouldn't.
terrible.
It's not like a hot Cheeto. It doesn't have that flavor. It's
No flavor.
nasty. Like I can't even describe it. It's
Yeah, it was
disgusting,
pretty bad.
funky.
Like
How did
chemical.
he
It's just like a
do it?
chemical.
25? Like I can't even
He's not. He's
imagine.
not gonna do too good. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. His stomach
He's-
has to be made of iron.
They,
Like
they call him the
Yeah.
Steel Iron, right? What's his name? It's like the Steel Iron Man.
Iron Gut or
Iron-
something.
Iron
yeah.
Man.
He had to coat his stomach with something, water, milk, something.
Well, he did break another Guinness World Record by drinking a Capri Sun. It said in 21 seconds, but it was with a paper straw. So,
21
like we could
seconds.
try to break that one, y'all.
There's got to be a
We
record.
can have those Carolina Reapers, but I feel like we should try to break the Capri
Gotta
Sun.
find out what type of straw it was.
Yeah, what type of straw
Comment down
was
below
it?
if you wanted to break the
And
record.
how big
Right,
was the
comment
Capri Sun? That's what I want to know.
It's that Capri Sun
Okay.
pouch. So I'm
A
assuming just the
pouch,
regular
21 seconds?
21 seconds.
Why would it take that long?
That's
Little Ray
too
can do that.
short. All right, that's
Little
too
Ray
long.
drinks water bottles in 1 second.
Okay,
It
we're
has
not
to be
gonna
something with the
go
paper
crazy.
straw.
Do Ray.
I do.
You do it.
I can definitely.
You do it.
He can drink a whole water
It's
in
not
1
that
second.
crazy though. Like when you work
1
out and
second.
stuff, you get tired. You know how it is.
I've never done
Track
that.
athlete.
I've worked out my whole life and I could never drink a whole bottle in 1 second.
A whole bottle
see
of water,
Jack
that's
do
not
that.
that much.
Yeah, he does that.
Well, then do the Guinness. I think you could do it. Guinness is how you pronounce it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's
Yeah,
what we need to do.
I'll
We
check
need
the
to-
records fast to drink a water bottle. I don't think I'd do it though. Some people can go like and then they instantly
Yeah.
drink the water bottle.
One swallow. That's
Yeah, I don't know how they
So
do
open
it.
your throat up. Man, terrible.
yeah. A lot. Well, this has been really fun, everybody, and I hope to get back on next week and see everyone here. Until then, take care.
See you guys. Bye.
See ya. Why do you
Balloon.
use balloon?